The story of the grandmother who arrived unannounced on Christmas Eve 2025, only to hear her son whisper, "Pretend we're not home," through the window, has become one of the most emotionally charged viral narratives circulating on platforms like YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram in recent months. This tale, often presented as a true story under channels such as Echoes of Grandma, with the tagline, "Where silence becomes strength and the forgotten find their voice," resonates deeply with themes of familial betrayal, hidden genius, gender injustice in STEM fields, and the quiet power of reclaimed legacy. At its core, the narrative follows an elderly woman, a pioneering engineer from the 1960s who contributed anonymously to early flight control systems for U.S. fighter jets. After decades of sacrifice, raising her son, caring for ill family members, and quietly building a $29 million fortune through savvy investments, she decides to surprise her family with a life-changing gift: the transfer of her wealth. She flies from Arizona to New York, packs homemade cookies, a knitted scarf, and the critical manila folder containing deeds and certificates. But on the snow-dusted doorstep of her son's upscale Upper West Side townhouse, she overhears dismissal, her son instructing his wife to ignore the bell, close the blinds, and pretend no one is home because he can't take it tonight, and views his mother as someone who acts like she still matters. This moment of rejection becomes the catalyst for transformation. Instead of pleading or forcing entry, she walks away, zipping the suitcase tight. In a hotel room overlooking Central Park, clarity dawns. She reflects on her erased past, accepted into a classified program in 1962 as one of few women, hand-coding algorithms on punch cards for supersonic corrections, her work integrated into radar systems, yet erased upon pregnancy, her clearance revoked without reevaluation. She raised her son on chalkboard lessons, funded his education and life milestones, all while he grew to see her as invisible and burdensome. The revenge arc unfolds with calculated precision, not rage. Days after Christmas, she compiles her archives, scanned blueprints, memos, comparative analyses showing her original equations mirrored in her son's modern aerospace patents. She contacts an old colleague turned science journalist, sending proof. The exposé drops on New Year's Day. The mother of flight control, how a forgotten female engineer was cut from her own legacy. It goes viral, triggering investor pullouts, patent office inquiries, and the collapse of her son's company. He issues statements claiming misunderstandings, but evidence mounts, including emails acknowledging her notes. Recognition follows. MIT invites her as keynote for a Women in Science Gala. NASA honors her in an exhibit, and she establishes the Trinity Foundation, funded by the fortune once destined for her son to support emerging engineers. Her son's application for a grant is rejected on integrity grounds. Eventually, he reaches out with a cracked apology, having turned to teaching high school engineering using her old methods. The story closes on hope through her granddaughter, who draws tributes and wins science fairs inspired by Grandma. This tale taps into powerful cultural currents. It highlights historical sexism in STEM, where women, like the protagonist, were sidelined post-WW2 despite vital contributions to defense tech. Many real pioneers, such as those in NASA's Hidden Figures era or early computing, faced similar erasure. The intergenerational betrayal mirrors widespread anecdotes of adult children viewing aging parents as burdens, especially when hidden wealth or past achievements challenge family dynamics. The emotional punch lies in the reversal. The quiet woman, long dismissed, reclaims her narrative not through confrontation, but documentation. The loudest revenge is the one whispered in proof, not rage, as the story phrases it. This appeals to audiences tired of overt drama, preferring justice through truth. On YouTube channels like Grandma True Stories, with thousands of subscribers and hundreds of videos, similar true grandma tales proliferate, humiliated elders breaking silence, overcoming trauma, or exposing family greed. The channel description urges to all silent grandmas speak up and frames stories as inspirational, drawn from anonymous submissions. Facebook videos with titles like, "I came home to surprise my family on Christmas Eve. From outside the window, I heard, 'Pretend we're not home,' rack up shares, often with dramatic readings over holiday visuals. While presented as factual, elements echo common internet fiction tropes: sudden windfalls, secret geniuses, corporate downfall via expose. Similar stories feature grandmas giving fake million-dollar checks or billionaires revealed post-rejection. No verifiable news reports match this exact $29 million engineer case, suggesting it's likely dramatized or composite inspired by true events content designed for emotional engagement. Yet its impact is real. Viewers comment on feeling seen, women overlooked in careers or families, elders feeling disposable. It sparked discussions on gratitude, legacy, and recognizing contributions beyond visible roles. The Granddaughter's Science Fair tribute symbolizes continuity, knowledge passed forward, not stolen. In a world of fleeting attention, this story endures because it affirms that silence isn't weakness, it's often strategy. Brilliance endures when ignored. Wisdom sharpens with age, and truth, when documented, outlasts denial. The protagonist's journey from frozen doorstep to museum wing embodies resilience. Shut out, she stepped into light, not for vengeance alone, but to ensure no other woman engineer is erased. Her legacy isn't the $29 million, but the doors opened for others: scholarships, exhibits, young girls at chalkboards dreaming big. As of January 11, 2026, variants of this tale continue circulating, reminding us families can wound deeply, but one person's memory can